Here we go to 3, now 4, now 5, red lights for the Spanish Grand Prix, and we are off and getting a horrid start once more. Look at that, and this is an absolute ding-dong battle once more. We had one in China with the Williams, but now we've got one with McLaren versus Lotus. We're going around the outside, still side by side through this section. Oh, Bottas is off, and that's for a position. We're up into 7th. Bottas has got an absolute big issue there. I think that may be a puncher. And then what's going to happen? Oh, God! Raikkonen just slams into the back of Perez.
The shortest, slowest, tightest and most famous track in Formula One, where the rich and famous watch from their yachts and fans cram into a country smaller than New York's Central Park. The Monaco Grand Prix is the one every driver wants to win, and Nico Rosberg was on the limit straight away as he began his quest for a third straight victory in Monte Carlo. Other than Rosberg, Fernando Alonso's the only other man on the grid to have won this race twice, but he wasn't looking comfortable either. Overnight rain had made the entry to turn 1 slippy, and he was one of many drivers to find themselves doing a U-turn at Saint-Devote. Lewis Hamilton, though, fresh from signing a new 3-year contract with Mercedes, was looking serene around the narrow streets.
We're just watching Hamilton finish off a lap here, and I think it's a pretty fast one. Yeah, he's fastest in both first and second sectors, and he's done a 1:19.1, so he goes half a second quicker straight away.
But he was about to be upstaged by the youngest driver in the field.
Verstappen now coming out of the final turn. Let's see if there's any change in lap time. It's a good lap. Yeah, Verstappen goes second fastest. My goodness, how about that? Slower only than Lewis Hamilton at this point, and the checkered flag is now out on the session. And what a stunning debut here at Monaco for Max Verstappen.
So Hamilton quickest, but Verstappen was the star in FP1 on his first ever visit to Monaco. The Renault-engined Red Bulls and Toro Rossos enjoyed some rare success, while Williams was struggling. Felipe Massa down in 10th and Valtteri Bottas 17th.
Hey the guys, Aarava here. Welcome back to my F1 2015 career mode with Jenson Button. We're back with part number 5 today for the Monaco Grand Prix, the jewel of the Formula 1 calendar. And as I said in the last part, the best chance for us to get not even a podium, it could even be a win. So we really need to do business here in Monaco. Qualifying more important than ever. This is probably the most important qualifying session I will ever do in this series here at Monaco, because I need to try and stick this on pole position. Yep, you heard me correctly, pole position. We can do it here at Monaco. It is all about the driver. It doesn't really matter about the car here at Monaco. It is a driver's circuit, and we can try and find a time here around this street circuit. So we're coming through on our first flying lap. It's been a pretty tidy first sector. They hit the wall a tiny bit there, but no harm done. We're coming through to the end of that lap, through the final corner. We're onto the line. The engine's overheating a little bit, but that's fine. It's only one lap, and we come through right now, and it's only P3 at the moment, so we need to push even harder. I know we can do it, so we're coming through for a second flying lap here. See, the tyres are overheating a bit, but crucially, the engine is in really good temperature at the moment. I'm not going to go up to rich mix this entire lap. I'm just going to stick it on standard mix this entire time. So we're in third place at the moment. Rosberg on pole provisional, and Raikkonen in second place. Nasser surprising fourth place at the moment as we locked up there going to that hairpin, but it's been all very lively. You can see the car is dancing around on the rear tyres. It's lovely to watch as we come through Rasgas now. This car is really felt actually hooked up in this lap. The engine's really nicely temperatured there. We're coming through to the line. What is this going to be? Hopefully, can we say it's going to be? Yes, we can! We can say it's going to be pole position, and that is a brilliant pole position for the Monaco Grand Prix. JB's pretty happy in the garage. He's fist pumping, and I am too. Here we go. We are on pole position, baby, for the Monaco Grand Prix. And this now has set us up for what could be a very, very special episode of the career mode. We could be on for our first win or our first podium of the season. Let's see which one it's going to be. Let's go to the Monaco Grand Prix. So, here we are for the Monaco Grand Prix, and for the first time this season we are on pole position. No cars in front of us, and we go to those 4, now 5 red lights for the Monaco Grand Prix, and we're off into second gear, getting a bit of wheel spin. Rosberg's had a really good start. We are down to second place. We go through to the first corner, every car barreling towards turn 1, and we're in second place as we climb up the hill in Monaco. It's been a poor start to the Monaco Grand Prix, but crucially we are still only second place, so that is still pretty damn good, I must say, after the starts we've had this season. We look at the replay cam now, and we are just following Rosberg up the hill. We're still pretty much behind him. You can see there we've got a gap already to third place, so me and Rosberg already pulling away from the pack, so I do have the pace to try and close down Rosberg. We now cut to a live feed of the Grand Prix. We all barrel down the entire grid towards the slowest corner in Formula 1, a lovely panning shot. You can see I'm right on the back of Rosberg. We can see a Red Bull, the 2 Red Bulls dicing, and the 2 Saubers as well as we come down towards the Monaco tunnel, and we're right behind Rosberg. We do have the pace to try and close him down. It's just going to be where we can try and overtake him. Obviously, Monaco, very, very tough to overtake, the hardest place to overtake. We're literally going to have to pull off the worldliest move if we are going to make a move on Rosberg for first place. I don't think we can do it in the pit stops because this is going to be a one-stop race. Just go onto the prime tires around lap 20 and that will be it. But we are trying to close up on Rosberg. We did have the pace for pole position, so I'm just hoping that soon enough that his tyres will start to go off, much like the AI's tyres went off here at Monaco for season 1, and then we can try and close up on him. As we cut onto lap 15, we have been closing up Rosberg, but now even more so in the last 2 laps, because if we come onto the left-hander here, you can just see we've got a Sauber holding up Rosberg. That's a blessing in disguise for us, because the F1 gods have treated us to a bit of blue flags here at Monaco, and even more so in this game, blue flags are really a treat if you're trying to close up on AI cars faster than you, because they just don't get up the damn way. They're just so stupid, and they just start blocking you an absolute treat. Our engine is overheating, so we'll have to be careful of that, but we are right behind Rosberg as we come through to the Monaco tunnel. Later on to lap 15, through the swimming pool section, we can see getting so close to Rosberg. Can we make a move into Raskas? We're going to make it. We lock up on the left tyre, go right round the outside. Rosberg's given us the room, so fair play to him, but we just, oh, he's tapped his rear tyre on the last corner, so we're right side by side, but we just can't get the straight line speed there. You can see even with DRS it's no use, so we are going to have to try and make this move in a corner, which is even harder here at Monaco because we simply don't have the straight line speed, especially with the downforce we put on for Monaco. We don't have the speed, but onto lap 16 through the swimming pool section again, we've got the speed. Can we make a move this time down the inside? Oh, it's so close, going side by side with Nico Rosberg through the final turn, and we have made a move for first place in the Monaco Grand Prix. Get in there. We have got first place. What a move there. And that was a little throwback move, actually. If you guys remember, if you've been subscribed since Ultra Mod on 2014 with the Red Bull, this is sort of a throwback exact copy move that I made on, I think it was a Toro Rosso or Williams in Ultra Mod Monaco with the Red Bull, just down the inside at Raskas. You can see we close up so much through swimming pool as Rosberg gets held up. We go into the shady section of Monaco. You can see we're side by side here. Rosberg hits the wall a tiny bit, but then we come through out the shade. You can see Rosberg goes really wide there, so he's actually just cracked under pressure. He's cracked under pressure, much like he's done so many times in real life. We can see another angle going down the inside, and that looks even sweeter down the inside. He hits the wall quite hard there, actually. It did give him enough room, I feel. I mean, on my turning angle, couldn't go any more, really, at the speed I was going into that corner, so I really couldn't give him any more room, because otherwise my car would have just understeered probably into the wall if I gave it any more turning angle. You can see the move there. Rosberg does give me the room there. It looks like he just goes a little bit wide. He could have actually pushed me a bit harder for space there, but he clouts the wall instead. But that has been a very audacious and very good move for first place. You have to make those moves sometimes in F1. We've seen it with Ricciardo at the Hungarian Grand Prix. He said, I just left everything out on the track and did all the talking on the track, and I just did that. I just left it all on the circuit. Really just went balls deep into that corner, and it's worked out. But we're looking at a replay now. After that move, 2 laps later after that move, Rosberg here, we can see, look how slowly he's going. Rosberg definitely carrying some sort of issue here now. I can't see any sort of puncture. He doesn't have any front wing damage, so it looks like, I'm going to guess right now, it may be some sort of engine issue or ERS. Maybe he's lost ERS, I'm not too sure, because he's still making the corners pretty fine. He's just got such a lack of speed. Maybe he's stuck in a gear, I don't know, but as people are passing him left, right and centre there, you can see a Ferrari, Williams, Lotus there, overtaking him through the Monaco tunnel. We've got another Lotus, Williams overtook him in the tunnel. We've got the Lotus now trying to overtake him. He hits the wall there on the left-hander, so Rosberg going very slowly, and now later on to that lap the Sauber overtakes him, another Red Bull overtakes him, 2 Red Bulls trying to overtake him, and oh god, he's been spun! Rosberg tried to go into the pits and he got spun into the pit, and oh, there's been a huge crash. There's been a huge crash, and I think it's Sergio Perez. Perez, what on earth are you doing, mate? You just get into so many accidents this season, my boy. You just what is going on with him? But Rosberg, he has to trundle around an entire lap now without a front wing, so we can see here, going very slow. Ignore the tyres, because they're so glitched on this game on the replay cameras, unfortunately. It looks very stupid. But there, look, you can see, Rosberg wanted to go into the pit stops, but Grosjean blocked the way from him, and then Perez just slams into the back of him. So much like Perez back in 2013, if you remember, he wanted to go into the pits, but Button blocked him into the pits, so he just had to retire on the exit of the corner. That's exactly what happened to Rosberg there, except he got spun out by one of the Lotuses, and then Perez just slammed into the back of him. So now we cut onto our POV, onto lap 18. We're coming in for our pit stop for the prime tyres, a little bit earlier than I did in the Ferrari last season, but we need it because the tyres are starting to go off. But I feel pretty comfortable here that we can go onto these prime tyres, go to the end, and just, you know, we need to calm ourselves, not get stuck in any of these incidents. We need to just be, you know, cool and casual Jenson Button, really. We just need to do what Button is best at doing, staying calm, staying cool, collected, controlling the race, keeping a cool mind, and we just need to come out here on the prime tyres, go about our business. So we come out, pretty decent stop from McLaren, going up the hill. It's been a pretty great Grand Prix for us so far, not in terms of action maybe, but you know what, it's been a classic Monaco. Not a lot of action, but crucial moves maybe. The one move of the Grand Prix we made earlier on in the Grand Prix has proved absolutely critical. I don't know if Rosberg would have had the ERS issue if I didn't make that move, but if he did, we would have maybe got first place anyway. But now we can't do a replay while we've been just keeping our head cool. You can see this is Lewis Hamilton and Sebastian Vettel very, very stuck behind a Toro Rosso and a Monaco. We saw in, if you looked carefully, eagle-eye viewers would have seen at the beginning of this race, would have seen Hamilton started off from P20, sorry, nearly said P24. Hamilton started from the back of the grid, and he's still struggling at the back of the grid. He's just stuck behind traffic, as well as Sebastian Vettel, who's stuck behind traffic. These cars just can't overtake the Toro Rosso and the Monaco. So absolute calamities for the top runners here in Monaco. And now we come to a replay of Raikkonen, who gets slowed down by Force India. Let me guess, is it Perez? I think it may be Perez, guys. Yes, it is Perez. This is absolutely ridiculous. Raikkonen and Perez crashed for the second time in a row in this career, man. What is going... Perez, dude, what is going on, mate? You just keep crashing everywhere. Just look at this, and now there's an absolute pile-up. Oh, my God. I have no words. Just we rewind and look back. Ricciardo comes through. He gets piled up. We've got a Red Bull, a Sauber, a Lotus, a Ferrari, a Force India, another Lotus as Maldonado loses it there. We've got a 4-man pile up. Kvyat just comes through and says, I'll just take those 4 places. Don't mind if I do. Toro Rosso comes through as well. I think that's Verstappen. And just these 4 cars are still piled up, just stuck here. Perez finally goes through and they can all come through. Alonso catches up on the back of them just in time while Perez ghosts there. And absolute chaos here in Monaco. Madness of a race, madness, just cars going left, right and centre, getting stuck, crashing, having terrible races. Lotus into the pits, Hülkenberg goes through, his teammate I think is out of the race. Perez has had an absolute calamity of 2 Grand Prix there. But while this has all been going off, it's been an absolute ding-dong chaos. While that's been going on, I've just been keeping my head cool, just as Jenson Button would in real life, just keeping your head cool like he did in Spa 2012. Chaos behind him, but he just keeps a cool head. And we're coming through swimming pool now. It's lap 39. Guys, I cannot believe I may be saying and uttering these words, but we're coming through for a very dominant McLaren Honda win here at the Monaco Grand Prix. We're going to get our first win of the season!
So that was unbelievable. Great job. Mix 1.
Cheers, guys. Yeah, can't believe that. That was fantastic. Excellent, great job guys. The car is just such a big step forward, and we did push them into a mistake.
You're an absolute legend. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for this.
Wow, what a Grand Prix and what a win for us from McLaren Honda. That may be our one and only win and podium of the season, but I'm glad it will be because that was an awesome race. Button, Bottas and Kvyat make up the podium. That is amazing to see. Button back on top of the grid, and we really had to fight for it. I cut most of it out, but leading up to that move I made on Rosberg, I just had to push so hard, so hard, every single lap to try and close up on Rosberg. And if you had any doubts there, guys, you could see there briefly, Legend AI, just in case anyone out there had any doubts. But we have got a win here in the McLaren Honda, off pole position. We've converted it to a win. We had to work hard, but that has been an awesome episode, guys. If you did enjoy that, smash that like button, guys. It'd be absolutely awesome if you could try and get 3,000 likes for a win in the McLaren Honda. Maybe our only win of the season, so we really need to cherish this. And that's awesome, man. That's allowed us to stay in 5th place in the Constructors. We get a good load of points in the Championship. That's awesome to see. But yeah, what an episode, guys. Again, give it a like if you did enjoy it. Comment below what you thought. If you're new around here, then do subscribe for daily Formula 1 content. I'm an aarava. Hope you enjoyed the rest of your day, and I'll see you guys next time.